boys, anyone in between. Piggy's Palace. Tales of Berseria. But we're in the Caribbean. What are we doing? We are heading to Palamides in the island's interior. We're on a mission. Let's find some ingredients, I believe.
Are we ready for this?
That was
Your
a
style
lot
is
easier
really
than last
unique.
Just wait until I pull out the good stuff.
Yeah, these snakes are bad news. They got a stun, and I'm not very good with lots of creatures that do stun at the same time. I have a little bit of trouble with that. Have a little bit of trouble. What's down here? Oh my goodness, it's the Kraken. Okay, we might save him for later. So yeah, tail end of last episode, we ran into a bit of problems with these snakes. Or was it these guys? It might be these guys. I can't remember. They were wiggly. Whatever they were, they wiggled. So I also learned a little bit about expeditions and how I was always really confused. I could never put the skills. You could never select the skills. And apparently it's just random. It's just random when an active skill comes into here. So there's nothing you can do to make any skills become active. It'll either happen or it won't happen. It is completely by chance. To do in the middle here. Had to be right in the middle, didn't it?
This rocky shore just keeps going. Just don't step on any sea slugs, okay?
Why not? What's the big deal?
It's just that it isn't pretty. Their insides squish everywhere.
Yikes. That sounds pretty traumatizing.
Then again, if you pickle their innards, it makes for a great snack.
You eat them?
Oh, don't be a baby. You've had worse.
Forget the sea slugs. Try not to step on the coral.
Good point. Coral is alive and needs our protection.
Or maybe it's because some of it can be sold for jewelry.
I didn't mean either of those reasons. Although Manon appears similar to Maclear Beach, it was formed by a completely different process.
Now that you mention it, this area is covered by rocks.
Maclear is just your average seashore. But Manon here was made by the slow corrosion of seaside caves.
They were worn away by the waves?
That too. But mainly, it was the handiwork of a rock-eating species of coral, known as ravening table coral. Stay in contact long enough, and they'll melt your flesh right off.
Ah, so that's why it tingles every time I touch the coral.
Why didn't you warn us earlier?
Maybe we'll go this way then. It's all much of a muchness.
We will need to be extremely wary.
Okay.
How did this happen?
Stuns are bad. Lucky set here.
means I won't shoot it.
Out of there.
No, I can't die here.
I'll finish this. Let's go. Let's go. How's that? Too slow. Let's go. You're wide open.
Dark and light.
Eat it.
Hit it.
Hold up. You're wide open. You're wide open.
Dark and light.
Let's go.
You're
wide open. Let's go. How's that? No. Good. Pressure. How's that? No escape. Let's go. Let's go. Eat it. Up. No escape. You're wide open. Burn. Pressure. How's that? You're wide open. Burn. This is the Reaper's power. Pressure. How's that? No escape.
Whew. I thought we were done for.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Luffy, sir. That was toughy. Oh, wait.
Woo! It's a biggie. Clear light. Invigorate us. Spell absorber. Water mine. Stay Slow down.
Timing. Good timing.
I refuse to fall here.
You go, girl. All that for a chest with some earrings in it. Well, girl's gotta have nice earrings. So, what I do want to do is swap these guys out. Rekuru. And
I'll do what I
Lucky
can.
Sets.
Laphicet? Have you been taking care of that rhino stag roast like a good boy? Of course. I make sure to feed it every night before I go to sleep, since it's nocturnal. How long are you going to keep on calling it a rhino stag roast? I don't know. It's a new kind of beetle, so it's gonna be hard to tell if it's really a rhino or a stag. You're asking a lot of questions. Bienfu, do you like bugs? Duh! I love rhinoceros and stag beetles both! What guy doesn't find them fascinating? Right? So which kind of beetle do you think it is? Rhino or stag? Oh, that's a tough question. But guess what? Miss Mogulu taught me a surefire way to tell. I didn't know there was a way to tell. Yeah, but if I do it, you gotta name it after me, alright? Come on! What guy doesn't wish he had a cool bug named after himself, right? And besides, Miss Mogulu told me that this technique is so good that it's only fair to have a bug named after you in return. So what do you say, man to man? Come on, let's live the dream! Oh, all right. How can I say no to that? Besides, we all did work together to capture it anyway. Yay! Thanks, Laphicet. All right, show me the bug, and I'll tell you what it is. Miss Mogulu says you need to open up its outer wings and get a good whiff of the thin underwings.
I'm pretty sure I remember rhinoceros and stag beetles smelling really nasty under their wings.
Is it really that bad?
Why not find out for yourself?
No thanks. I think I'll pass.
Maybe you shouldn't do this after all, Bienfu. You probably just want to hog the name all to yourself. Well, too bad! A real man never goes back on his word. If it packs a mean punch, then it's a rhinoceros beetle. And if it smells really zesty, then it's a stag beetle. I don't know about this.
Just let him do it, Laphicet. He's already volunteered.
I can do this? Just you watch! This smell is the most bad thing that ever batted it! Whoa! He fainted with his eyes still open! Hey! Wake up! Wake up, Bienfu! Miss Mogulu, as soon as I smelled it, my nose literally exploded. He looks like he's having a bad dream.
I spy with my little eyes a kiddo who's spying at my bewitching waist.
Oh, sorry. I just couldn't help it. What are those books anyway?
Oh, that's a great question. Since you asked, I'll reveal the secrets of my tomes just for you. On the right, I've got my household ledger in the back, and my magic encyclopedia in the front. That one I mostly use for oil blotting paper.
What's oil blotting paper?
It's a girl thing. The two on the left are my heavy book, which I use for flower pressings, and then my super pop-up book.
A super pop-up book?
When you open it, it pops out with the force of a raging river! When an enemy has me cornered, I can just open it up facing a nearby wall and pop! Instant getaway! The only downside is that it's a real pain to try to get closed again, so I haven't used it in years.
What about the book right in front?
That's actually layer cake.
Whoa, really?
Seared into its batter are precious bits of knowledge. Eating it is just as good for your brain as it is for your stomach.
Wow! I had no idea that was possible.
He's taking this so seriously, I almost feel bad.
All of your books are so interesting, Moggy Lou. That's really cool.
There's no end to your curiosity, is there? What do you say? Want to take a closer look?
Boy, would I.
If you really do, then say, Magilu, I want to get to know you better.
Magilu, I want to get to know you better.
All right, I accept. I'll reveal to you my most private secrets.
Wow, so that's what's on the other side of these books. I wouldn't have ever guessed that.
What the? What are you doing with Laphicet? He said he wanted to see, so I'm showing him. You have no right to stand in the way of his desires.
It's my job to protect him as his vessel. especially from someone so wicked as yourself. Also, what you're doing runs contrary to public decency.
Witches aren't supposed to be decent.
These bindings with the locks on them. This style used to be really popular during the Meliodas dynasty.
Now that I know you're such a bad influence for him, I'll be keeping a closer eye on you.
If you can't learn to take it easy, nobody's ever gonna want to marry you, you know.
Like you're a shining example of marriage material yourself.
Hey, Magilu, could you turn them over one more time? I want to see how the book's attached to your belt.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Magilu, I was wondering about that book you have on your waist. The one you called your heavy book, for flower pressings.
Your curiosity truly knows no bounds, does it, kiddo? Okay, nobody else knows this, but since you're so interested, I'd hate to leave you hanging. My heavy book, the one I use for flower pressings, is none other than a collection of Bienfu's poetry.
Bienfu likes to write poems?
Yep. You'd never guess it, but he's actually just about the best Moloch poet around. Some people even call him the Great Norman Poet. Here, I'll read you my favorite one. If there is something unimportant happening to the east, I'm made to go there and back. If there is something unimportant happening to the west, I'm made to go there and back. I can never rest nor be at peace. Every day my life is a living hell.
That's heavy stuff.
Isn't it? That's what makes it so good for pressing flowers. It's so wonderfully, oppressively heavy.
Magilu, your face has gone all sinister looking.
It's so good. It's so good.
We will need to be extremely wary. Make down! I can't die here.
Oh my goodness.
I am the prey. For three. Caught you. For three. Damn it.
We're on top! Clear way! Clear us! Inspiration! I'm taking summon!
Form two. No escape. Form two.
Oh, this is not good.
A shameful defeat.
We're on top! Pierce! Light heal us! First aid! Take us down! Light us through! Stay! We're on top! Dark ahead!
Get out of this. Get out, get out, get out.
How could I be so weak? Run like the wind!
Oh, thank goodness. Everyone's really weak. Right, that's better.
Are we ready for this?
Hope so. Oh, there's so many of them. Go away. Oh my goodness, they just keep coming. Oh my goodness, that was a massive fight. That was everyone. That was everyone that was in this zone. Holy smokes. Okay, what's next? Lose.
Scout ship setting sail.
I've got so much gold, I'll never spend it. I've bought maybe 30 healing potions in this entire game so far. Cat box. Hey! Meow.
Woo! It's a biggie! He's a part of my fire
Some of that.
Are you hurt? Can you stand?
Yeah.
Worrying? Get out of my face, woman! Poor little Luffy set. Despite being a child, and children in video games are always annoying, he has grown on me. Like a wart. No, not like a wart. No, he's alright, Luffy set. He's been there for us. He's a repository for knowledge. Mostly knowledge we don't really want or care about. But hey, at least he's trying, and that's what's important in this world, is that you go out and you put your best foot forward. Ugh, gonna have to sort out my inventory soon.
How about it, Luffy said? Picking up on anything?
Yeah, in the direction of the temple. The feeling's getting stronger now.
Ah yes, a temple. Gonna have a showdown with the two from earlier. Two blondies. There is a lot of walking about in this game, Mo. Kind of reminds me of what I heard about Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic RPG. That the developers deliberately made all of the areas really far apart from each other and made all the corridors really long to kind of draw out the experience. Because the more time you spend walking about, the more time you spend in a game, and the more, in inverted commas, content that there is. Whereas, in essence, all you're doing is wandering around.
What's this?
It's a dead one.
A demon!
The demon we heard about? Sounds like it's having fun.
Then we'll use this distraction.
Wow, look outside! It's the ocean!
This was a place of worship for Aminoch, the Water Empyrean. The ancients built this sanctuary underwater for the same reason that Eumasia's temples were built underground.
But building this underwater couldn't have been easy.
Aye. With the Earth temples, all they had to do was keep digging. Here, they had water to contend with.
How did they do it? You can't split the sea like you can a log.
They started by stacking giant stone blocks in the shallows, creating an enclosed space. Then they drained the water and expanded the enclosure. Once they had done that enough times and secured enough dry space, they were able to dig into the sea floor.
It's mind-boggling, isn't it?
The humans believed that by going through such great hardships to build these temples, they could show the depth of their devotion.
Additionally, current research suggests the site of this temple once sat on the seacoast.
What? Are you saying I'm wrong?
No, I'm only reporting what I've read in academic journals.
How would coastal ruins sink into the ocean?
When the Empyreans began their slumber, the land shifted, and this temple was swallowed by the sea. Scholars were able to prove that the sand and the heavy stones formed an airtight seal around the structure. Later, people carved an undersea tunnel to connect to the temple, bringing it to its current state.
Now that you mention it, I think I read that book too. Revised Theories on Ancient Architecture, right?
That's the one. Have you read it, Eisen?
No, I only read the first edition.
The problem with the stone enclosure theory is that each time you expand the enclosure, the innermost stones have to be carried out. Once that was pointed out as being too inefficient, alternate theories were developed. The revised edition has a number of competing theories. I highly recommend reading it.
I will then.
So, wait, was that a complete rebuttal of Eisen's explanation?
That was not my intention.
It's okay. Archaeology is a continuous process of asking new questions and making new discoveries. Prevailing theories change all the time.
What's it matter anyway? Let's just get going.
I have to say, Eisen's jacket is boss. It is so dope.
There's no Empyrean here, right, Eisen?
If you're worried about it, why not flip that coin of his? Heads, no Empyrean. Tails, Empyrean Central.
But it always comes up tails.
Like I said before, these temples are nothing more than places of worship built by human hands. The current religion started when humans, fearful of natural forces, began to worship four gods they called the Empyreans. If you're concerned about whether or not one is sleeping in these ruins, just remember that their very existence is only legend.
Be that as it may, Enominat certainly exists.
Aye. But I've never heard a single story of anyone actually seeing an Empyrean. Enominat must be a special case, then.
Must be.
I suppose so. If there were four more like him, and they were all trying to stop us, we'd be sunk.
I can't disagree.
Enominat. Enominat. Hello?
I don't think we have a chance!
Weakness to fire?
Better watch your step, right? Incandescent beam!
incredible.
You are Mogulu. You are the most incredible witch in the whole world, and I love you to pieces. Strange those other two didn't get involved. Right, it's puzzle time. Something is written on the monolith. Chalice bears a symbol that commands the flowing water. Should the chalice be filled with water and its mark turn blue, the water shall pierce the wall and water your path. Should the chalice be dried by flame and its mark turn white, the impeded water shall lie still, opening the path for you. Okay, so we need white. Fine. Fine, 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 fine. Hello, lizard type people. Let's have a quick save, shall we? Just in case. Really not a very good guard. Maybe you need to have a career change. Right, what can we do here? There. Water. Simples. So that's this one. Okay, fine. Fine. What's behind door number 1? Absolutely nothing! Yay!
Are we ready for this?
Okay, green earth. Let's just check. I think that's my top one. Yeah.
I enter the
Gaze upon
It appears that we're finished here.
Oh, I thought they were a lizard type creature, but they're not. They're just standard fare. Flamestone ship. I don't know if I can do any more. Might have to have a quick look at my inventory. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, we're gonna have to do it though. So much stuff. Okay, just do Moggy loot, and we can do carry on. Okay, is there not a chalice here? Yes, there is. See, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, look at the size of this staircase. Is this really necessary? A jewel is embedded in monolith. Will you take it? Fine. Time warp? No. Let's not do the time warp again. What's the jewel for then?
Well, it wiped out the security for us, but...
Well, look at that. Wolfie's got the crest of Aminoch. The same pendant worn by priestesses.
Then that makes this demon.
Yeah, she must be the missing mother, Mahina.
It can't be.
Wow, that's quite some resistance. Okay.
Don't just stand there! It's gonna eat you!
To think a priestess, beloved by her village, would become a demon.
Eleanor?
She's never going to be the same again. This is the least I can do for her. So says reason.
Huh? That feeling.
Damn!
Let the demon be. We don't need it.
Those weird slabhead type people.
That demon. I guess she caught demon blight when she was looking for her daughter.
Yeah, that's what the girl at the inn said.
But even after turning into a demon, she's still searching for her daughter. Well, Rokuro, Kurogane, and Dial all remember what they wanted when they were human, right? Demon or not, she's a mother. It's no surprise she would still be protective of her child.
It could be that. Or it could be something else.
Well, I hope that's what it is.
I know that must be how she felt as a human. But demons don't have a sense of motherhood or any such thing. You saw how violent she was. She's not Mahina anymore. When she became a demon, she lost all capacity for empathy and love. It's heartbreaking, but it's the truth.
Velvet and Rokuro still have empathy.
One demon left unchecked could take 100 lives. And this one's even willing to attack exorcists. Demons can wipe out entire villages, even cities, just as they destroyed my village. Thus, my path is clear.
Eleanor is right. There's no turning back once you've changed. Perhaps it would be a mercy to grant her peace through death. Is Innominat really an Empyrean?
What makes you ask that all of a sudden?
Well, according to the song Grimm deciphered, Innominat is an 8-headed dragon, right? The Empyreans are supposed to be these holy beings, but using Therians to feed on malevolence sounds more sinister than divine to me.
You've got a point there. Empyreans are a type of Malachim, and that doesn't seem like any Malach we've seen. And even less so when we're talking an 8-headed dragon.
Is it so far-fetched?
What do you think will happen if the Therians come together in one place?
Well, it wouldn't be good. My guess is they'd merge together into a giant, horrific monster. The mighty beast will attack us with its 8 long, snake-like necks and 8 heads spitting hellfire!
I can see your worry.
Right? And that's 8 heads with only 6 of us to take them on. It'd be more than we could handle.
I'd have to conjure up a double or two.
You can do that?
Of course not.
Then why mention it?
Oh!
What is it, Laphicet?
Do you think each head would act of its own free will? Because if they do, they'd be uncoordinated, bumping into each other and going this way and that, giving us an opening. If we fight as one united whole, I know we can win.
Yes! If we work hand in hand, victory is ours. Right, everyone? Huh?
Us? United? Have you looked at us recently?
Well, I mean, maybe.
It won't open.
Well, you could always try busting through it, but I wouldn't. Who knows what sort of traps you might trigger?
I know. Look at that diamond-shaped stone in the door. Haven't we seen that somewhere else?
You're right. It was on the pedestal with that chalice.
That huge thing? You must have some sharp eyes there.
I was more interested in what was inside that chalice.
So, what? That chalice is the key?
Somehow I doubt it'll be that simple. Some stones are colored, and some aren't. It must hold some kind of significance.
I think you're right.
First gold.
I don't think we have a chance.
Seize upon my fiery mirrors!
I had no problems here.
Really worries me when they say I don't think we stand a chance, and then we just wipe the floor with them.
storage.
I knew this would be big. What a treasure! Scout ship setting sail.
I don't think we have a chance.
Oh, shut up. There's only 3 of them. Weakness water. Water is... left.
You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
I don't think we stand a chance. What are you talking about? Oh, come on, I've seen you jump over much bigger things than that.
Woo! It's a biggie!
Hey, is everyone all right?
I could do some HP. sacred sealed door is governed by blue and white jewels of 7 chalices. When the jewels of the chalices shine, and the jewels of the other door shall shine alike. When the 7 jewels shine in unison, way to the inner sanctum. 7 jewels. Unlocks anything. Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, this has been a pretty action-packed episode today. So we're going to leave it here. Thank you for joining us here at Piggy's Palace for Tales of Berseria. And join us next time and we'll see what's behind the big 7-jeweled door. Is it going to be a big scary monster? Is it going to be a lot more exposition? Maybe it's both. Join us here next time.